Good morning, friends. I just woke up. I bet you can't tell because I'm looking foxy this morning. My hair is a hot mess and I have bags under my eyes and my eyes are still puffy. I literally just woke up maybe. Well, I've been up long enough to let the dog pee and eat breakfast. The dog eat breakfast, not me. I haven't eaten breakfast. Oh, yesterday was the world's longest day, you guys. The night before I got maybe, I don't know, 2 hours of sleep because I stayed up all night watching C-SPAN like an idiot. Like I couldn't watch a replay in 2021, but you know, I stayed up watching. And then yesterday was just a long day at work. I didn't finish until 6 o'clock. And then, of course, my daughter decides to work ahead in homeschooling because she wanted less of a work day on Friday. So she worked way ahead and didn't finish until 7:30, which I wasn't going to tell her no. I'm not going to stop a kid who wants to get her work done. So I let her work as long as she wanted to. So it was 7:30. So it was 8 o'clock before I sat down and had dinner, and it was 8:30 when I went to bed, which is probably not the best thing in the world, but I think I had reflux overnight. My throat's like burning from reflux, but that's what happens. It's okay though. I slept good last night. I didn't have any phone calls. I thought I was gonna have some phone calls in the middle of the night, but I did not, so I slept. So I got 8 hours. So I may not look it, but I am chipper. All right, I'm going to make hot chocolate custard. I made it yesterday. I made it, I didn't make it live yesterday because, like I said, yesterday was not a good day. It was 10 o'clock before I even got breakfast into me, so I wasn't able to video yesterday, but I have time this morning, so I'm going to make it with y'all and show you how it is. It's probably best that I had an opportunity to make it once by myself because I understand it a little better now. Custards is a little touchy. It almost broke yesterday, so hopefully we can make it today without breaking. But if you like custard, you'll love hot chocolate custard. And it's a deep S, you guys. So there's nothing in it. There's no dairy. It's good. It's good. So, all right, I'm going to bring it over to my stove. I need a better light. Oh, it's going to be right in your eyes. I need like a better kitchen light. Hold on. Let me turn on some lights here. It's dark in here this morning. All right, no matter what I do, you're gonna have a light shining in your eyeballs. I don't know. This is not normally how I do this. Maybe if I put it over here. That's better. That's better. You can see the stove better. Okay. So I wrote my recipe down somewhere. Where did I put it? Oh, right here, right on the phone. I linked it in the post because it's a blog. Oh, so you should have the recipe. I'm thinking. All right, okay. So I need, if I remember right from yesterday, I need to whisk all my ingredients together cold. Or not, you don't turn on the stove until you get all your ingredients mixed together. So 2 eggs, and these are my last 2 eggs, you guys. Friday is always the worst day for cooking in my house. I'm always out of, oops, I got a shell in there, shocker. I'm always out of everything. I almost started this video and then thought, uh-oh. What if I don't have any eggs? I had 2, thankfully. So, all right. 2 eggs, a cup of almond milk. I'm almost out of almond milk too. I gotta go shopping. I need almond milk, eggs, I need coconut oil. I need all the basics of a trim, healthy mama. Everybody else's basics are milk, Well, I guess milk, eggs, and bread. Ours are milk, eggs, and coconut oil. Alright. What else? My brain is not functioning yet. So my apologies. I'm a little disjointed. Alright. I don't know why I'm apologizing as though I'm ever jointed. I'm always disjointed. I act as though this is different than any other day. You're right, this is just how I am. Tablespoon of cocoa. This is super sweet, but I use pure. Some pure in there. 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. All right. Oh, I just shoved that way back. The joys of being short, you guys. Oh, I wish I was tall. All right. 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. I should measure, but it's melty, and I don't know why. Well, it's because it's 75 in my house, because we keep it like a sauna in here for some idiotic reason. Not my idea. All right. Whew. I like it warm. I shouldn't say it's not my idea. It is my idea. I should take credit. I lie. I like it warm the rest of the day, but for some reason when I wake up in the morning, I am hot. And getting ready and doing anything in the morning, I'm like sweating while I cook. Salt, salt, salt. I saw somebody post that they saw my little salt box and went on Amazon and bought one, but theirs is way cuter. It said, I shouldn't put a dirty spoon in there. It said something about salt. I don't remember what the saying was now, but what is this? 1/8 of a teaspoon. That looks about right. That's half a dunk, right? No, that's 2 dunks. That's 4 dunks. I don't know. 1/8 of a teaspoon. I don't do math. I feel like I'm missing something. Eggs, almond milk, super sweet, coconut oil, vanilla, salt. Glucki. My glucki. Where's my glucki? Right here. Alright, I'm gonna keep an eye on the comments. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Kim. Hi, Leah. Alright, in a 1/4 teaspoon. I feel like I should measure glucki, so I'm not eating, you know, sludge. Nobody wants sludge custard. At least I don't. Alright. Before I put the glucki in, I'm going to whisk this up. I remember yesterday the blog said I'm going to use my new whisk that somebody sent me. Isn't it beautiful? It is beautiful. It works way better than my little mini one. This is way better. I've never owned a big whisk. It's like I've grown up and became an adult and got a grown-up whisk. I remember yesterday that cocoa does not incorporate well for me, and I had to use my little milk frother. But you know what? My big whisk, my big girl whisk, is actually doing it. So you want your ingredients to be as mixed up as you can. The coconut oil will melt as it cooks, so don't worry about that. But everything else, you want it to be mixed up before you start heating it so you don't get scrambled eggs. Nobody wants scrambled, well, I was gonna say nobody wants scrambled eggs for breakfast, but people eat scrambled eggs for breakfast all the time. I don't want scrambled eggs for breakfast today. I want custard. So I guess you don't want hot chocolate scrambled eggs, because that would be nasty. Although, who knows? That may be what this turns into if I'm not careful. All right, 1/4 teaspoon of glucki. And you want to whisk the whole time you sprinkle so it doesn't clump. Just sprinkle a tiny bit at a time and whisk the heck out of it. Like a mad woman, you get your calories burnt while you're doing it. Just a tiny, tiny bit at a time. Nobody wants a clump of glucki. Trust me, you do not want a clump of it in anything. I literally have 3 you know what, Kelly? You have 3 sets of measuring spoons just for THM. Trust me. I have this bin which I bought, which I busted a hole in, a glass. I shouldn't stick my finger in a glass hole. I'm gonna end up cutting my finger off on camera. That would be smart. But I have 3 sets, and for some reason I'm down to 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, and a bunch of half cups. So I need to go out and buy some more this weekend. That's also on my list this weekend. I hope somebody again is writing down my grocery list. Coconut oil, eggs, almond milk, and measuring spoons. I was thinking about ordering the Trim Healthy Mama ones. You have the same pots. Pamela, aren't they the worst? I feel so bad saying that. I got a set of Pioneer Woman pots a few years ago, and it said dishwasher safe, and I put them in the dishwasher and they all went really dull. They were a beautiful shimmery red. They all went super dull and scratched up in no time. So I sent an email to the company and never heard back. So I found Pioneer Woman's personal email and I emailed her and she wrote me back. The Pioneer Woman, I felt like such a superstar. And she sent me a brand new set. And I hate to say it, but they're terrible on the outside. The inside has held up super well, even in the dishwasher. I mean, these are 5 years old, and the inside doesn't even have a scratch on them. The inside has held up really well, and I use forks and everything in my nonstick. I'm just not very good. But the outside, if you want them to stay pretty, do not put them in the dishwasher, but I don't have time for that. I would rather have ugly pots and use the dishwasher than have pretty pots and have to wash them by hand. Gordon. Listen, Bonnie. This dish, I'll call it a dish, because that's what Gordon Ramsay would say. He would not say breakfast. He would say this dish is very Gordon Ramsay-ish. I know he would eat it if he tried. All right. So I'm going to heat it on high heat. You want to whisk. Whew, that propane's smelling strong this morning. You want to whisk it quite a bit while it's bringing up to heat. You cook it over high heat until it starts to bubble. So I'm going to stand here and do that and talk to you ladies while it happens, because it takes some time. It didn't say to whisk the whole time. It just says whisk while you're, whisk a few times. You don't want to let it just sit, because it will scramble. You'll have scrambled eggs on the bottom. So, yeah, dishwasher safe all the way. That's my goal. I want to buy some, really nice pots and pans. I watch them cook on TV with stainless, but I have a feeling they're not as easy to take care of as good old Teflon, with all the deadly chemicals. But I don't know. You're taking me to work with you, and I'm going to listen to you on the way to work leaving now, so I'll listen and talk. Okay, Karen, drive safe. All right, see, I still got a chunk, not a chump of coconut oil, but that's okay. It'll melt while it goes. You just want to keep it out of your whisk and in your pot. Bonnie, I hear you. I used to be super temperamental. My dad is a redhead and he's temperamental, and I used to have a hot temper. One time, somebody yelled at my daughter. This was she was 2 and she was terrified of public toilets. She still doesn't like them, and she's 13, but she was terrified. But she had to go. She was almost 3 because she was potty trained. And so I took her into the bathroom at Home Depot. And this woman yelled at me across the stall to control my child. And my temper kicked in, and I come flying out of that bathroom stall like my butt was on fire. Let me tell you, I was ready to kick some butt. You don't mama bear me, I'll tell you. So her and I had words. She called me a fat temperamental. and I almost kicked her butt, but I didn't because that wouldn't have been Christian-like, but none of the whole situation was Christian-like, let's say that. And I turned around after the woman left the room and I looked at my poor daughter, 3 years old, standing there butt naked with her pants around her ankles, watching Mama scream at a woman. So bad. It's so, all right, it's bubbling. I gotta take it off the heat. All right. That was a story I never intended to share with you all. Now you know the real KJ. She flips out on people in Home Depot bathrooms. All right. I can't believe I just told you that. Oh yeah, Bonnie, she did. Yeah, you don't yell at my girl. It's not your job to yell at my girl. I'll yell at my girl. If my girl needs to be yelled at, I'll take care of that, and not you. Mama lost her cool. Mama was about a half an inch from her face. I think the woman was scared because when she left the bathroom, she was moving. Oh, all right. I'm supposed to be cooking, not telling you what a horrible person I am. All right. So you're supposed to take it off the heat, off the burner, and keep whisking it. However, and it should thicken up. But I found yesterday when I made this that I had to add it back to the heat because it thickens. See, it's getting, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's getting thicker, but it's not like, it's not custard thick. So what I did was turn the heat on and put it on as low as I could. And, excuse me, butt naked chocolate custard stories, that's right. Oh, you never know what you're gonna hear. Someday I'll tell you my Walmart story. Someday you guys will hear what I did in Walmart. I have had a lot of embarrassing moments in my life because I am just stupid. And someday I'll tell you my Walmart story. All right. My most embarrassing moment of all time. All right, it's coming. It's getting thicker. You just want to keep whisking it because if you don't, it is going to solidify into a clump of scrambled egg. And like I said, you do not want hot chocolate scrambled eggs. So keep it on as low as heat. If you have an electric burner, shutting it off and just keeping it off while you finish this up should be enough heat. This doesn't take much. I'm going to pull it off the heat just a little bit. It's coming. It should start to thicken like if you're making a cheese sauce, if you think of that consistency. Like a beurre blanc. I'm just kidding. I don't know what a beurre blanc is, but I know they say that on TV. I think it's a wine sauce or something. I'm not making beurre blanc. All right. Oh my gosh. I'm so stupid. All right. It's coming. It's coming. You just want it really, really low. I'm sure Brianna, when she wrote this recipe, didn't intend for it to whisk this long, but I want super silky custard. My hand's getting tired. It's coming. I promise it's coming. You don't want it like solid. So once it starts to get good and thick, like you don't want it boiling again because that's where it's going to break. Okay, I think it's good. I think it's good. Oh yeah, it's pretty. So this is about the consistency. I don't know if you can even see, and let me get a spoon. Oh, I just splattered that everywhere. Shocker. There's my spoons, my big spoons. All right. So it should be about this consistency. Bonnie, it's really not that hard. Yes, Kelly, there is a recipe on her page for vanilla. You could eat it with berries, but then it wouldn't be a deep S anymore. there is a totally different recipe. I'm gonna move you guys over here. I'm gonna get my bowl. Hold your horses. I have one clean bowl left in the cabinet, and it was meant just for my custard. All right, I'm gonna get one of these things because I want every last drop of that chocolate goodness. I'm gonna move you back so you can see, because seriously, this stuff looks amazing. Look at this, right? Look at that. Yum. Oh my gosh, I had this yesterday and was like, I used to make it all the time. I'd forgotten about it. And somebody said something about custard on the page the other day, and I was like, oh boy, I need to make that chocolate custard. This stuff is good. Okay. And then, because it's deep essiness, where's my butter? I already took my butter out. What did I do with that? Here it is. I'm gonna put a gob of butter on top. And a gob equals a teaspoon. About a teaspoon butter. So yes, I keep my butter in a bag. Oh my god. This is local butter, and it comes in a giant thing. So that's why it's like this. So I don't know, that's about a teaspoon-ish, maybe a little more. Or is it a teaspoon or half teaspoon? Hold on, I gotta look at my recipe. No, it's a teaspoon. It's a deep S, doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but doesn't. All right. And then I'm gonna put a little sprinkle if you want. You don't have to. Nobody's forcing you to add more to the top. You could put gentle sweet, but I just put a little sprinkle of super sweet. Why, I don't know. Just because it makes it look, I don't know. Just because I want to. That's good enough reason. Because the recipe told me to. All right. I have to let it sit for like a minute because it's hot. And yes, I want hot custard, but I don't want to sear off the top of my mouth. See how it's getting all melty, the butter, right? That is what you need to wait for, because it's perfection. There's nothing better than have molten butter pouring over the top of your custard. I mean, holy cow, look at that. Can you even see it? I should hold it up a little. Look at that. Yum. Yum. It's a little jiggly. It's the perfect jiggle. If it jiggles like this, you made it right. All right. It is so amazing, Leah. All right, I'm gonna dive into it a little bit. It's gonna be hot, but look, 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 you guys, look at that. Look at that custard. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. It just, That is so good. That is so... Bonnie. I'll yell anywhere that you make me if you come up against my child. Isn't it stupid? You can be the sweetest, kindest person on the planet, but if somebody says something to your child that they shouldn't have said, girl, there ain't no amount of nothing that's gonna hold me back. Oh, you're welcome, Kelly. I love making them. They're so much fun. And I eat way healthier if I share a video with you, because it's accountability. Yeah, Holly, I used to eat it a lot. I gotta let it cool some. I don't like it blistering hot. I like it once it cools a little because it gets even thicker. But Cheryl, the recipe is posted at the top of this video. So once I shut my face and you look at the post, you'll be able to see the link. It's on a blog. So yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. Oh, it's dripping. Look, look, doesn't that look amazing? Huh. hot. I just burnt my tongue. So there goes the rest of my day. Hold on. Woo. I just scalded my tongue, so that's gonna make good for the rest of the day. Yes, I chug cans of seltzer in the morning because it reminds me of my Diet Coke days. Because that's what I used to do. First thing I used to do when I crawled out of bed was drink a Diet Coke. Now it's usually a glass of water, but some mornings, like this morning, it's a can of seltzer. So I like it. Warm, right out of the cabinet. That's how I drink it, because it's more bubbly. Anywho, all right, enough nonsense, right? Can you add almonds or peanut butter? That's a good idea. Almond butter or peanut butter? Well, first, if you did that, it wouldn't be a deep ass because deep ass don't have nuts, right? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong on that, but I think there's no nuts in a deep ass, Bonnie. Chugging my Bud Light on the Truly Mama page with my chocolate custard. It's not beer. Oh my gosh. So anyway, if you added nuts, I don't think, I could be wrong, somebody correct me. I don't think it would be, I'm getting this everywhere. I don't think it would be a deep S anymore. Right, okay, Bonnie, thank you. Yeah, no nuts in a deep S. But if you didn't care about it being a deep S, you could slap some peanut butter on the top of that. The peanut butter would be thicker than the custard, so it might be kind of a weird, I don't know if it would cook up the same if you put the fat, the extra fat in it though. You might be able to replace the, you could probably replace the coconut oil with almond butter. Oh my gosh, now I'm burping because of my seltzer. How rude. It would not cook, I'm trying to think. If you replace the coconut oil with the almond butter or peanut butter, that would probably work the same as the coconut oil. I would just take the coconut oil out because if you had too much fat, I don't know if it's going to come into the custard the same way. I don't know. You could do that, Holly. The purpose of a deep ass. Well, I hope somebody else answers that because I'm so bad at explaining them. But a deep ass helps release the glucose that's stored in your cells. There's no dairy, there's no cheese, so it's very slimming. Bonnie, listen, you make my videos hard because I can't keep a straight face. What did somebody just ask me? I totally lost my train of thought about the Bud Light. Flushes the glucose. Okay. Purpose of a deep S, flushes the glucose out of your cells. That's right, Leah. And it's just super slimming because you don't always need a ton of cheese and a ton of sour cream and a ton of dairy. Although we all love it, we don't need it all the time. So I try to eat a lot of deep S. I think I'm gonna have another E salad for lunch because that salad yesterday was the bomb. It was so good. So, all right, there's my custard. It's cooling nicely. I've made a mess in the bowl. I get a 10 for presentation. It's like satin. It's like eating a bowl of hot fudge. I can get on board with that. I can get on board with a deep ass bowl of hot fudge. No, that's what it tastes like. All right, you guys. You don't really have to chew it, but my tongue is burnt. So I'm like trying to avoid part of my tongue. All right, that's it for today's, 25 minutes of embarrassment. Terrible cooking with KJ. Go make yourself some hot chocolate custard. I want to see pictures. Yes, Bonnie, he would. He would just make fun of me. But it's okay. I would forgive him because he's hot. At least I think he is. All right, you guys, I love you. Have a wonderful Friday, whatever it is. It's Friday. Have a wonderful Friday. I'm sure I'll talk to you later because I always do. Eat on plan today. No going off plan. No need to. No need to. You'll feel a lot better if you don't. All right. Bless you guys. Love you all.